What makes Tesla Tesla? Tesla Incorporated is an American electric vehicle and clean energy company founded in the year 2003. Headquartered in Palo Alto, California, the company is known for its innovative approach to electric vehicles, energy storage solutions, and solar products. From producing solar panels to solar roof tiles and products like the Powerwall, Tesla is dead set on paving a path to a better future. But we're not here to focus on any of that. In January 2022, Tesla was one of the most valuable electric vehicle companies and held the highest market cap in the EV sector. And funnily, this was after the world found out about Tesla's various build quality issues, its exploding batteries, safety issues with its autopilot features, and the empty promises the company made many of times during its various PR presentations. So why? Why is Tesla the most sought-after corporation in the world? What makes them so much more better from the countless up-and-coming EV competitors that might be cheaper, safer, and have more features? Let me give you a hint. It's not the product, it's not the price, it's not the promise of a better future or the environmentally friendliness or the Cybertruck that makes Tesla what it is. It is simply one word: brand. The term brand is the bridge between some businesses down the block with no soul to a life-breathing organization with a personality. A brand is the difference between a faceless corporation which only cares about charts and graphs and profits to an organization with actual values, principles, and a personality. A trustworthy, charismatic entity that everyone wants to be associated with. That is branding. Brands are what breathe life into businesses, and Tesla apparently has mastered the art of breathing. My name is Ishan, and today we will be analyzing Tesla's brand, what makes it so appealing, so trustworthy, and so enamoring that now suddenly you don't see an EV, you see a Tesla. In order to fully understand Tesla's brand, we will be going over what the concept of brand is, Tesla's competitors, some of my thoughts about Tesla's branding, and some of my thoughts about Tesla's overall valuation and the products they make. So firstly, let's understand what makes a brand. Why isn't a generic laundromat in a strip mall a brand? And why is Starbucks a brand? It's not the logo or the product, it is rather a personality. We can all envision brands like Target, Starbucks, or Apple as living, breathing human beings with a full-fledged personality. When I picture Apple, I think of some creative genius in a turtleneck talking about design principles or, art. When I think Starbucks, I picture a 20-something blondie who's always on her phone while holding onto a venti latte. When I think generic laundromat, I think nothing. So when a business develops a personality which is relevant and relatable, congratulations, that business has successfully transitioned into a brand. Why businesses should aim to be a brand is because brands sell better. People don't buy a MacBook because they are the best computers in the market. They buy a MacBook because they're for people who think different. They don't buy Starbucks because it's good, but because it's trendy and familiar and relatable. People could shop at Walmart for lower prices, but instead a lot of folks choose Target. Logically speaking, this makes no sense. I mean, why would anyone pick an inferior product just because it sounds nice or has a certain image around it? That's dumb. But guess what? Humans are dumb. We buy with emotion and justify with reason, and brands is what push us to do that even more. Okay, I think I've digressed really far from the said topic, so let's get back to the topic of Tesla as a brand. Now, to understand Tesla as a brand, we need to first understand Tesla's direct competition. There's quite a few new companies in the EV market space, but for this little thought exercise, I decided to pick 5 companies straight off of whim and a little bit of market cap data, but mainly to make sure that this video stays at a digestible runtime. Companies that are currently directly competing with Tesla are Rivian, Lucid, Ford, GM, and Toyota. Keep in mind, I wouldn't spend too much time with the products that these guys are selling or the prices, but rather how their brands appear to me. Let's start with Rivian. Upon research, I found Rivian bases their whole company around a few very focused principles: environmentally friendly, diversity and inclusion, and most importantly, deep exploration or adventure. Their website is full of clips of their futuristic cars being driven around mountains, valleys, and dirt roads, and upon further scrolling down, it's more people, not just from various different backgrounds and walks of life, but also in various different terrains like mountains and deserts. In my opinion, their cars look much more futuristic and better than Tesla that's in the market, but like I said, I would avoid talking about the products too much. At the end of the day, if I was to picture Rivian as a person, it would come off to me as a guy who's super into adventure, someone with blonde wavy hair who just can't get enough of the waves. And on the side, this guy loves to save sea turtles, and when he gets time from saving sea turtles, he likes to get expensive coffee from some coffee shop in LA, so like a hipster. Next up, Lucid. Lucid is the exact opposite of Rivian. If Rivian is a chill surfer dude named Justin, then Lucid is an investment banker who goes to work at a tall skyscraper in Lower Manhattan. He has a doorman opening his doors, and he only wears briones that probably cost upwards of $2,000. Lucid screams class. With a little bit of reading on their website, I unsurprisingly discovered that one of their core principles is once again sustainability. They were also very proud to be American and Californian because I saw those two get repeated a few times throughout their About Us page. Funnily enough, when you think about American cars, you think Ford F-150 or any other giant pickup truck. Whereas when you look at a Lucid model, it kinda screams European. That's not a bad thing because their cars are literally otherworldly. The Lucid Air and the Gravity, their two front-running models, are cars that are nothing short of breathtaking. Not only do they scream class from a mile away, but even opening the web pages are an experience in itself. Unlike Rivian, the Lucid website had no videos, yet it invoked more of a stronger emotion in me. Anyway, in short, their values are the fact that they are American and the fact that they care about the environment. Now the thing about Ford, GM, and Toyota is that they kind of had the same vibe going for them. Almost all of them felt like a generation behind. While Rivian, Tesla, and Lucid are a window to the future, Ford, GM, and Toyota are still stuck in the present. I'm making it sound like it's a bad thing, but in hindsight it's really not. But then again, you can tell that there is a huge difference in league. The website for Ford, GM, and Toyota seemed very unwelcoming for a non-car guy. I was getting a clear signal that I was not their target audience, which I understand you can't target everybody. Even though the websites made me feel like I was browsing for insurance, all these companies just screamed reliability to me. The Ford F-150 not only looked like a more than capable competitor, but it also had an impeccable track record of being deemed as America's most preferred vehicle of choice since many years. GM owns many car companies, and all of them had a plethora of EVs that were beautifully showcased on their website. Just picturing an EV Cadillac or an EV Hummer made GM feel like a tough competitor. And Toyota, while not appearing very different from the other two brands, had some unbeatable prices for its EV lineup. Even though in this case, it's not a parameter for brand, I felt this was worth mentioning. Almost all these companies had messaging about better transport and sustainability, but it was nothing out of the ordinary. In all of these companies' cases, if they were to be a person, the only way I could picture them was under the senior citizen category. Like an uncle, an old reliable uncle who has seen things and will always give you safe and secure advice. You can't go wrong with him, sure, but there's not much flavor there either. So where does all of this leave us with the Tesla brand? Upon visiting Tesla's website, it instantly became clear to me why Tesla held the crown to the EV. Tesla's website was the easiest on the eyes and a breeze to use. Maybe it was the lack of text or the minimalist design, but right off the bat, I wanted to spend time on Tesla's website. I wanted to explore every tab and every product they wanted to offer. They had some extremely serene videos of Teslas being driven, looping in the background, which showcased of families going camping, people driving them through the snow, through dirt roads, through cities, and all of these just screamed all-around versatility to me. Their mission statement was mainly based around the transitioning to sustainable energy, which was very meh to me, since I saw that on every competitor's website at this point. But the one thing that truly stood out to me was the fact that Tesla was the only company whose one of the core missions was stated as making cars the most fun. I don't think I saw any other car company state that, and that is something that really made Tesla stand out. While Rivian screamed adventure and Lucid was showcasing the corporate boss life, with Tesla, I felt as if I was communicating with a very welcoming and familiar friend. A friend who was willing to walk me through the transition from gas to electric. I felt as if buying a Tesla would enable me to simply doing it all. I wouldn't look out of place if I was to take my family to camping with it, or if I was to drive it in the New York City financial district. It appeared friendly. It's funny because all these other car brands were niched out. The younger brands like Lucid and Rivian seemed like they had already carved a purpose and a place for themselves. Meanwhile, the older brands like Toyota and GM seemed too generic and washed out for me. Whereas Tesla just appeared to be both a breath of fresh air and a sense of familiarity. For once, it seemed like extreme brand positioning in this case was not the answer, and I think Tesla got that. In summary, this thought exercise for me was extremely thought-provoking. Apparently, Lucid is supposed to be the most efficient and precisely built of all the EVs out there, and Rivian has a camp kitchen option that includes an electric stove and other outdoor cooking amenities. Nonetheless, Tesla, with its questionable build quality and its very unsafe autopilot, which definitely has cost people their lives, has still managed to prevail with unbeatable sales numbers. I am in no means a fan of Elon Musk. In fact, I do not like him at all. Upon learning about his recent revelations about his history of acquisition of wealth, his breeder fetish, and his catastrophically embarrassing acquisition of Twitter, I don't harbor much respect for the guy. In fact, did you know he didn't even found Tesla, he just bought it. Tesla was founded in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Elon Musk joined the company as an investor and pretty much kicked the founders out. It's not even his company to claim. But one thing which I agree with is Tesla would not have reached these heights if it wasn't for his brand direction. Before I end this video, I feel like I did not touch upon the fact that I might have downplayed some other factors that gave Tesla the position that they're in right now. So Tesla did have a first-to-market advantage and a lot of financial backing from its investors, which I feel like played a huge role in Tesla climbing the heights of success that they've climbed. And I think the reason why I didn't do that was because I didn't want it to take away from the messaging of the power of branding. I kind of wanted to keep this video focused more on branding, and hence why I didn't really touch up more on these other underlying factors. But there's unfortunately a lot of things at play for any company to be successful. It's not just a brand, but yes, guys, don't forget, brand has a lot of power, and the way you decide to build your brand will definitely dictate your amount of success with either your company or even with yourself. Anyway, guys, this is my first video in a very, very long period of time, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of my thoughts about Tesla's brand. And, well, thank you so very much for watching this video, you guys. I hope you all have a wonderful day ahead.